Hello everybody, I'm Sniping is Fun, here in part 2 of how I would do Nintendo's E3 conference of 2012. I'm going to be doing a quick video on the Nintendo DS, the original Nintendo DS selection of games we would be going out there and doing. And mainly, it's going to be a small selection, so this video is not going to be too long. Mainly it's going to be 3 games, well technically 4 games, but 3 games that I, as Nintendo, would want to show at E3's conference. The first one, which is 2 games in general, and the most important ones that I would want to be showing for the system at E3 would be Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2. I'd want probably to show a trailer on the games, maybe show some gameplay to the games, some new features that fans can be expecting from those games. And maybe if there's anything like new Pokemon in it, or stuff like that, I would probably want to show some of that too, alongside the trailer and the gameplay. And that will be the main focus of the DS section, would be that game. And then the next 2 games would be minor support, but they'd be support to go along with Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. The second game that I want to show would be Pokemon Conquest. And basically I want to show the fans like what this game's all about, what they can expect, like maybe who made it. Maybe, I don't know if I'd show a trailer on this game, but I'd show some pictures and video in the background on that little big screen while I'm talking, while I would be talking about the game. I'd be going over some features here and there while the fans can see it, the people in the crowd can see it like on the big screen, and like gameplay videos of it. And I'd want to be kind of hype it up because about like a week or 2 after E3 is done, that game comes out. So this would be, Nintendo would be our biggest chance, me as Nintendo, to actually hype that game up a lot in a big show like E3, where a lot of people actually watch that. So if there's people out there that don't know about Pokemon Conquest, we would let them know about it, which would build up hype for them if they're interested in such a game, and they would go out a week or 2 later and buy Pokemon Conquest. Not just because it's a Pokemon game, but maybe they're interested in other things about it. The Pokemon fan base will obviously go out and buy it, but we'd want to try to hype up some other people out there that might want to go out and try the game out. So I would think showing this at E3 would be the biggest opportunity to do such a thing. And then the third and final game I would be showing for the DS section at E3 would be Fire Emblem Heroes of Light and Shadow, which I would be wanting to bring over here and localize, because we would believe that we'd want to build up the Fire Emblem fan base a little bit more, and we as Nintendo probably have heard the whole Fire Emblem 12 Liberation Army. We heard the fan base of what people want. We look into that supposedly, and we think about wanting to bring over certain products. I'd bring that game out. I'd be talking about certain features of it on the stage. There'd be a video in the background, the big giant screen in which gameplay would be shown, stuff like that. And I'd just be talking about what this game's like, maybe what improvements are in that game over Shadow Dragon, and going over that, and going over saying that we want to try to support the Fire Emblem games more often, and doing so at E3 would build up hype even more, because maybe there are people out there that don't even know about Fire Emblem. And like I said, if you show stuff at E3, chances are you build up enough popularity for it, you build up enough people thinking about it, people seeing it, because it's such a big conference, it's such a big thing that people can watch and see. Showing stuff there would be our reason for wanting to show that at E3, to build up hype for it, just like Pokemon Conquest. And like I said, we'd be talking about features of it, like what improvements are in the game, and basically that's about it, while there's videos showing up on the screen. Now, these 3 games would mainly be on the show floor. The part in which the conference actually happens would be short. I would make the DS section shorter than the Wii section. It'd be the main part of the DS section will be the trailer for Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, with some things talked about, some features talked about for those games, and then some small things talking about Pokemon Conquest and Fire Emblem Heroes of Light and Shadow. And that would be mainly it. That'd be mainly on the show floor, and if there's anything else like that, minor DS support, those games would be exclusively on the show floor, because the main E3 conference will be focusing on Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, Pokemon Conquest, and Fire Emblem 12 Liberation Army, only Nintendo games. Anything else would be only show floor. Those games would mainly be show floor too, but they will at least be mentioned in the conference because, of course, Pokemon, like, we want to show off more about Pokemon Black and White 2, and we want to build up hype for a week or two before Pokemon Conquest comes out so we can let the fan base know about it and let other gamers that don't know about that game know about it. And then we'd want to build up more hype for Fire Emblem Heroes of Light and Shadow, which would release maybe, if not in the summer, like in early fall. And that's it. That's what games I'd be showing for the DS section. I hope you guys like this part. Meet me back in part 3 when I go over how I would do the original Nintendo Wii's selection of games announced at E3 2012. Hope you guys like this video. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. I'll see you guys in my next how I would do E3 2012 for Nintendo video, and I'll see you guys in my next video after that as well. See you guys later.